Alright, listen up. Imagine being the world's most feared demon lord, getting ganged up on and killed, only to wake up as a total nobody in your enemy's headquarters. Talk about a nightmare start. But you think our boy is done for? Fidno. He unlocks a villain system and immediately mind controls his gorgeous, all-powerful master, turning her into his personal power-leveling machine. How insane is that? And just like that, our boy is already shaking things up. Fast forward a bit, and the whole sect is in an uproar because some nobody just defeated a top disciple. They're all screaming, "How is this possible?" Little do they know, this is just the appetizer. And the fallout is glorious. Everyone's losing their minds because our boy, who was supposedly a weakling, just took down a peak-level cultivator. Dudes who bet against him are crying their eyes out. But look at him, playing the victim card, all injured and weak. "Oh, little junior sister, help me." But inside, he's laughing his ass off, thinking, "Thank for the donations, suckers. All your treasures are mine now." But the drama doesn't stop. Seeing our boy injured, another hotshot disciple, Chun-Lin Fei, gets called up to finish the job. Of course, the kind-hearted junior sister steps in. He's hurt. This isn't fair. But these guys don't care about fair play. They just see an opportunity to reclaim their sect's honor, and maybe their lost bets. And this is where our boy's genius shines. He's like, "Sure, I'll fight, even though I'm totally at death's door." But he's not just agreeing, he's upping the stakes. The system even pops up like, "Dude, you are so perfectly evil. Here's a reward." The other guy just smirks, thinking this greedy idiot is asking to die. "Oh, you sweet summer child." And the whole sect goes into a gambling frenzy. Everyone is betting the farm on our boy losing. He's injured. He's facing a divine bridge realm expert. All in. He's toast. Little do they know, the guy running the bets is in on it, laughing all the way to the bank. The stage is set, and everyone thinks our boy is walking to his doom. So the fight begins, and the opponent starts with this whole sob story. "I'm only doing this to save my dying sister." A classic hero move. But our boy, he's a reincarnated demon lord. He just scoffs, "What a touching story." Then, without another word, he unleashes hell. On the life and death arena, life and death are the only things that matter. Boom! The dude is completely stunned. You sneak attacked me." And our boy hits him with the most savage line ever. "Don't worry, I'll take good care of your little sister for you." The absolute disrespect. And just like that, it's over. And would you look at that beautiful destruction? The ground shatters, energy explodes everywhere. This isn't just a win, it's a statement. He's making sure everyone knows who's in charge now. And our boy drops some serious wisdom right after the fight. You know, villains always die from monologuing too much. He says with a smirk, "So I tend to keep my mouth shut." This guy has learned from his past life. He's not just powerful, he's smart. Back with the crowd, and their jaws are on the floor. How is this possible? He's only at the 4th layer. They finally realize he's mastered a legendary technique. Meanwhile, his own buddy is crying because he bet against him and lost a fortune. And Chushio, he's just like, "Oh, it was nothing really." The false humility is perfect. And now for the best part, collecting the loot. Look at him, stuffing his bags with pills and treasures. What a perfect day. He even dangles a super rare pill in front of the crowd, making the people who bet against him beg for mercy. The power trip is real, and we are here for it. The system, of course, loves this. Ding! Host is truly a natural-born villain. Here's 200 more points. But his junior sister is worried. "You just made a really powerful enemy." Is our boy concerned? Nah. He's back in his room, looking at a mountain of loot, wondering how many breakthrough points he can exchange it for. Priorities. But there's a small hiccup. He tries to exchange some basic loot and only gets 1 measly point. The system's like, "Sorry bro, you're too high level for trash items now." But our boy immediately comes up with a brilliant economic plan. Sell the cheap junk, buy premium stuff, and then feed that to the system. Big brain moves only. Meanwhile, in the halls of power, the big shots are starting to talk. Our boy's master and the Holy Highness are discussing his sudden power surge. He found the primordial sword intent, but his talent is trash. They're suspecting he's been possessed. The secret is getting harder to keep. They ultimately dismiss the possession theory and decide to pour resources into this sudden genius. Hearing this, his master is secretly raging. "Cultivate him? I become his personal EXP farm." And our boy, he knows exactly what she's thinking and cheekily demands another. Deep exchange. The audacity of this man. Back in his master's ridiculously fancy room, it's confrontation time. She's wearing this intimidating fox mask, trying to be all mysterious and powerful. "You're hiding something." Our boy plays innocent for a second before dropping the bomb. "Oh, you mean the primordial sword intent? Found it." He's practically daring her to do something. She tries to pull rank. There are no freebies here. You have to fight for it. And our boy just gets right up in her personal space, touches her lips, and says, "Isn't that what I'm doing right now?" She weakly protests, "Not today." But we all know where this is going. The tension is off the charts. And so, the special training begins. The system even chimes in, "Host, you naughty boy," triggering special rewards again, and gives him a bottle of high-level poison. Look at those cultivation plus 100 notifications popping up. Our boy is leveling up at lightning speed. 3 hours later, he's almost at the next level. He realizes his master's sealed power is nerfing his gains, but unsealing her is too risky for now. He respectfully takes his leave, while she secretly plots his demise. But our boy is already off to the treasure-gathering peak to continue his master plan. As soon as he arrives at the market, he's already getting recognized. And of course, a beautiful senior sister, Chu Xiaoran, immediately comes over to greet him. The fangirling is real. She's all smiles and flattery. "Oh, senior brother, I heard you won big today." Our boy sees right through her. He plays along and enters her shop, but instead of buying, he's just looking. She's getting confused, but what he's actually doing is scanning items with the system. He's figuring out the algorithm, realizing that the purity of an item's spiritual energy is the key. This guy is always one step ahead. His system is practically cheering him on for his ruthless efficiency, even giving him a high-tech flying boat. Then, he turns to the girl and places an order for 150 million spirit stones worth of pills. The look on her face is priceless. She's like, "Are you planning to bathe in this stuff?" While he's waiting, something catches his eye. A dusty old piece of bronze. To anyone else, it's junk. But our boy feels it resonating with his very soul. He asks the girl about it, and she's just like, "Oh, that? It's useless. You can have it for free." Jackpot. He just stumbled upon a hidden treasure. Our boy, being the Chad that he is, insists on paying for it. "I don't like owing favors." But just as he's about to leave, she stops him. "Senior brother, I actually need your help." And in that moment, he sees it. The mask drops. He knew she was up to something from the very beginning. So what does she want? She starts telling him about the Taisu Divine Tower. It's this legendary trial ground where disciples can test their skills and win insane rewards. The higher you climb, the better the prize. She's basically dangling the ultimate carrot in front of him. She gets to the point. A new secret realm is opening up, and only the top 300 from the tower trial can get in. She gets all up in his face, whispering in his ear, try to use her charms to get him a team up. But look at our boy's face. Stone. Cold. He is completely immune to her tricks. All right, quick shout out to the scan team, and then we're right back to the action. And our boy wastes no time. He immediately uses that mountain of pills he bought and starts breaking through. Boom. 4th layer. Boom. 5th layer. He's leveling up so fast the system can barely keep up. This is what you call a return on investment. But he finally hits a wall at the 10th layer. The system tells him he needs 3 legendary, almost impossible to find treasures. For a moment, it looks like he's stuck. But then, he remembers a rumor about someone finding a half-rotten piece of one of those exact treasures. A new hunt is about to begin. 3 days later, it's time for the main event, the Taisu Divine Tower trial. The whole sect is buzzing. Disciples are rolling up on their flying ships. We see the official ranking stele, which mercilessly judges everyone's talent. It's about to get real. Up on the balcony, a couple of elders are placing their bets, talking up some hotshot named Yifan. But as they're chatting, something streaks past them at impossible speed. Whoosh! They're both stunned. Ooh, who was that? Someone just made one hell of an entrance. The atmosphere is electric. Other disciples are celebrating their successes. Masters are congratulating their students. We see another ambitious kid vowing to make it into the top 10 and ring the tower's bell. The competition is fierce. And then, our boy comes face to face with the aforementioned Yifan. The moment he hears the name, Chu Xiao knows. This guy has protagonist written all over him. And Yifan, bless his naive heart, thinks our boy is so kind and gentle. Meanwhile, Chu Xiao is thinking, perfect, a walking lucky charm just waiting to be plundered. After a brief chat, it's our boy's turn. He walks alone up the steps, heading towards that massive gate of light, ready to begin his trial in the Divine Tower. Showtime. And the guardians of the first floor turn out to be a few stray dogs? Our boy is not impressed. Look at his face, pure disdain. This isn't even a warm-up for him. As expected, our boy slices through the competition like a hot knife through butter, blazing all the way to the 67th floor. Here, he faces the illusion trial. A seductive succubus appears, trying to trap him in a fantasy. Honey, you have no idea who you're dealing with. You want to seduce me with that? You're too inexperienced. Our boy, who's seen it all, shatters the illusion and arrives on the 68th floor. The Guardian's here, 4 peak-level CE of consciousness masters, but none of them can stop him. He continues his rampage all the way to the 98th floor. The Guardian here is a silver-haired woman with an unfathomable aura. Our boy senses the presence of an emperor and makes a wild guess. Could you be Emperor Toisununterveld? Well, if he's facing a legend, he might as well enjoy the fight. And so, an earth-shattering battle begins. Even if it's just an echo of her will, fighting a legendary emperor is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for our boy. How far can he go? We'll have to wait and see.